So there's been a little change of heart from Mr. Mayor Brandon Johnson. The heat from the community alone has gotten him to a point where he's like, oh crap, we need to start taking these parks that we've given to the migrants and start returning them back to the people, because stuff is getting out of control. The people are starting to get more angry and more angry and more angry, and they're showing up to the meetings, the different park, the areas, the people are showing up to the meetings. Something's going to happen here. We got to give these parks back to the people. So there's a new deadline. There's a letter that's wrote on it. It's March 30th. The people from specific parks that were basically stolen from the people by our mayor and his goonies are going to be returned to the people, and the migrants that are at those parks are supposed to be moved to nearby shelters, which I don't know how they're going to do because they don't have the room for them anyway. Here's a letter. Here's a little brief display of what's going to happen. Beginning March 30th, 2024, the City of Chicago will decompress temporary shelters at 5 Chicago Park District facilities that are currently part of the new arrivals mission. After all shelter residents have been transitioned to other shelters, the Park District will begin processing and restoring the facilities and resuming park programming and other park operations at each of the 5 locations currently used as temporary emergency shelters. Over the next several weeks, shelter residents from Gage Park, the Broadway Armory Park, Brands Park, Leon Park, and Piotrowski Park will be transitioned to nearby shelters, minimizing disruptions with schooling and work. The Park District will then assess the facilities and undertake the work that may needed to return them to their prior use, including in all necessary repairs, maintenance, returning any equipment that was restored elsewhere, and including any necessary repairs and maintenance, returning any equipment that was restored elsewhere, and updating IT and program registry. Play you the clips of the last people that spoke at the City Hall meeting. I'm going to splice that in here, so at this point you can leave if you want. You've got the gist of the parks opening back up information. If you want to see the people from Gage Park and the other Chicagoland areas that were speaking at this meeting, stay tuned. I've cut all the BS out so you can go directly to hearing each person talk. And then after that, the video is going to end on its own.
Comments that have been submitted will be posted and made available for aldermanic review. The first speaker today is Cassia Jones.
Please, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am a constituent of the Gage Park neighborhood. Since June, you decided to turn our park into a shelter. Our community is running lawless, with illegal Venezuelans taking over our streets. We feel like prisoners in our own homes. As a taxpayer, we can't even enjoy our own park anymore. We are unable to take walks. Our amazing programs have been removed, especially for the disabled children that live near this park. We worked hard to improve our park, our neighborhood, but because of your irresponsible move, this is not impossible. Their illegal cars are parking on the residents' permit street. They are selling food without permit, causing traffic, yet no police reinforcement to help us. Guys are standing on the side of the building, doing God knows what, riding their bicycles around the neighborhood and looking to break into our houses, garages, and cars. Smoking weed and drink in the park in broad daylight. You guys threw us to the wolves, and now we have to deal with the trouble you brought to our neighborhood. Unlike the illegals, as a legal immigrant myself, I know what I had to do to enter your country. I was required to do a background check, vaccinations, pay an expensive fee, bring a work letter from my previous job. Shall I go on? Some might be good, but the others are here to cause trouble. For example, my neighbors had their car broken into, packages stolen from their front yards, and someone pee on my property. Yes. I'm requesting Alderman Vasquez, Mayor Johnson, and those who made this decision to walk our neighborhood and see what's happening there. You want to look good by helping them, yet we taxpayers are left behind. We are now being put in harm's way because of the crimes they commit in our neighborhood. Your no-consequence policy tells them it's okay to commit these damn crimes. Now, what about the citizen and the legal immigrants who came before them. We're still waiting years for our own families to enter this country legally. It is frustrating to see our voice censored and feeling hopeless. Finally, we know the illegals are returning in the middle of the night, parking our residential permit area, acting if the shelter is a bed and breakfast. They need to leave now. We want our park back, and we demand that. It's not fair. You guys putting us in jeopardy. Kids cannot go outside. 2 weeks ago, someone was peeing in my yard. A lady grabbed a branch of a tree and took my package from Amazon. They are break to cars. 6:53 a.m. I have videos to prove. Break into cars, and we cannot do nothing about it. Cops come, they see, and they go away. Selling food all the time.
Oh, wow. Honest.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning. I'm more so in celebration mode. See, I came down here for homelessness, and try to get housing, rental assistance, etc. And it seemed like y'all playing a political game with my family, and I'm a straight shooter. So you just got, I can withstand the truth. So I can understand somebody say, no, we ain't giving y'all nothing. I can respect that. Just tell me just like that. I ain't helping you get nothing. But y'all giving these migrants something. They keep on coming down here to people, pressing, hey, this what's going on in our neighborhoods. This what's going on in our neighborhoods. And then the news don't even show what needs to be shown. That's right, fake news. That's why you got more real news right here. You see, because I've been doing investigations, because when them migrants first came to the 49th Ward, I gave them clothes. I gave them coats. You see, so I know what's going on. And I kept saying that for the longest. Well, I know you people don't know what's going on to the extent with this migrant and this immigration stuff. Because if y'all so much saying that Texas doing this and Texas doing that, why everybody college parked outside them shelters that's employees, their license plates have Texas on there. Give me that job, man. I do security. Why you giving this to somebody from Texas? You see, that's what's going on. Don't help me come out here. I told y'all, I had to let go last time because it's stuff involving my child. So me as a father, and I know that these places are against fathers. They're against husbands. I'm a married man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm standing up for men. I'm standing up for these homeless shelters that y'all got our people in that got mold, that got rats, that got roaches, bed bugs, etc. And y'all putting them in nice hotels. What's going on with that? How's our people? Y'all that bring Chicago home needed to fail. And I pushed for it to fail. Because if you want to bring the citizens of Chicago home, them people that's already in shelters, especially our veterans, they died for us. They died for us, especially our veterans. Put them in CHA property. House them. You ain't got to spend no dime as much as the millions and billions that been spent for these immigrants here, these migrants here, these asylum seekers here, which ultimately are illegal here. And there's people here that been going on the radar. They can't get a green card or work permit, and they've been here 20, 30 years. Seniors panhandling on the street because they can't get nothing. I'm for the people. And I ain't come to...
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What does it prosper a man or profits a man to gain the world and lose his soul? We're going to start off with scripture because Mr. Johnson, you love quoting and thumping scriptures up there. And this is something I think is special for you. So I thought I would state that to you. We're going to talk about this executive order of yours that comes from 2023-16, where I'm not going to read it all because I don't have the time. But one thing I want to point out is how you made it clear that you're going to stick these people in our neighborhoods and that we have to just accept it. That's absolutely not, because we've talked about this since last year, when most of you older people who did not stand up with us and reject the sanctuary city. Now, I got a problem with that. And I spoke that on December 14th. So I think we need to cut down the staff of the older people here. How about that? Because you all are not all representing us. How about those who stood up and represented us? Then you stay in your offices. But the rest of you, goodbye. Because that's how we're going to see it when it's time to vote. That's where we're going with that. Home Illinois 2021, that's when it came out, and Bring Chicago Home. Robbery. They both are for homeless causes that you all claimed they're for. You and Prisker need to sync up because both of you all are trying to pull the same number, which you claim is homeless. And I think you might recall that I said, I'm out here helping the homeless. I got a recording from a homeless that also said, y'all just don't care. You just don't care. There, hearing it straight from the homeless. Now, WOTC, Work Opportunity Tax Credit, 400 plus businesses. Hyatt, which is Prisker's company, all are hiring refugees and kicking all of y'all out. Now, how about that for news that's not being broadcast? See, I do my digging, I do my research, and all of you all will know when I step up here to this mic, I bring the facts. I don't bring no opinions. So you all need to be careful of how you think you're treating us, because we coming for this. We bringing our city back. We removing all these illegals that's breaking our rules and laws, and we're fed up. So it needs to stop. Get your police out there and stop them breaking these laws. I got a lot more to say, but since my time is up, I think I picked on the most important, essential matter. Get it cleaned up.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker is George Blakemore.
Please. Wait now. Wait now. I don't want y'all to steal my minutes. Even though those clocks are up here on me, they tick quietly and quickly. Illegal immigrants. Something is wrong with black people. You got all these black faces in high places and you get nothing. Who will let knock on my door? I don't know you. Where you come from? Who's your mama, your daddy? Are you a criminal? Are you a pedophile? You're not getting in. You're not, your ass not getting in. Excuse me. I don't know nothing about you. The young lady say, a background check. Who are these people? Where do these people come from? Why would you bring them here? And why would you push them on the black community, the most poor of all? We are in a caste system here. And at the bottom of this caste system, black people. I'm not talking about India. I'm talking about right here. And you got the audacity, you black ones I'm talking to, the audacity to bring in an illegal immigrant. Why would you do this? Sell out. And your mama. House in. Yes, I said it. That's the way you act. It's something wrong here. It's something evil here. It's something corrupt here. What is it, Mr. Blakemore? All of these people here are Democrats. All of them are Democrats. Well, over in China, they got a one-party system. In Chicago, they do too. Yes, the most corrupt city in the United States. The most racist city in the United States. Who said that? Dr. King? Dr. King, what is your criteria for corruption? Burt and all of them get indicted, stealing, and just terrible here. And these young people are coming here, and they're looking at me, and they're looking at you. Now, you all make your opinion. There's something evil here. Something corrupt here. something un-American here. You gonna bring in the illegals? When they wade across the Rio Grande, they're not wading across to help black people. But they are selfish people, and we black people gotta be selfish. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. And that preacher talking about loving everybody. Black people love you. Love you.
Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker is Joanna Galen.
Love you. No, I can love nobody but you.
Gage Park in the house.
Gage Park in the house. Second title.
Thank you, Mr. Blakemore. We are moving on to our next speaker. Thank you. Please.
Hi to everyone. My name is Juana Galan. I'm from Gage Park neighborhood. I'm here to say to all representatives, you are the one who put us in this issue, and we are the taxpayers. The taxpayers. We are the ones who put you there. So the less you can do is do your job and bring us our safety back. And I have the right to say it in Spanish as well, and I will. Estoy representando a la comunidad de Gage Park. Ustedes pusieron este problema en nuestras manos. Trajeron a los refugiados a nuestra comunidad. La mayoría de nosotros ni siquiera lo supo hasta que ya estaban ahí. Nosotros nos quejamos porque están haciendo de nuestras vidas un problema. Mis hijos no pueden salir al parque. Mis hijos ni siquiera pueden estar en mi propia yarda porque se quejan del olor de la marihuana. Algo que antes no pasaba. Tal vez nuestros vecindarios no eran los mejores para vivir, pero ustedes lo han hecho peor. Nosotros los pusimos en donde están y ustedes tienen la obligación de escucharnos. Y también se lo digo a los medios de comunicación. Si yo me quejo en español, espero que los medios de comunicación en español se hagan presente. Gracias, Univisión, por estar presente y por hacer nuestra voz que se escuche. We want our safety back. It's not fair for our kids. It's not fair for our elders. It's not safe for our special kids' needs. You take the field house from us. And our neighborhood is trash now. I dare you to walk by there at night. And I promise you, you will not like it and you will not be back there. Les pido a nuestros representantes hispanohablantes, están ahí por una razón, los pusimos por una razón, porque confiamos en ustedes y nos están fallando. The system is failing us. We are the ones who put you there, and we are the ones who can take you back the power. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Joseph Michael Chopin.
Hello, how are you?
Good
Morning.
Good morning.
My name is Joseph Chopin. I have just two things to say. I came to this city maybe 10 years ago, almost, and I came to produce a movie about Harold Washington. I went through CineSpace, I went through all the investors, I went through most of the people on the city council, even the mayors and the governors, and went to the dinners. And I realized that there's an issue with financing in this city. There's an issue with financing young entrepreneurs in this city, and young black entrepreneurs in this city. Yeah, but dark-skinned black entrepreneurs with like curly hair and kinky hair. It's not light-skinned people or white people. It's always going to be dark people with curly hair that have the issue. The only person on this council that I can recognize that helped me get to the mayor was Lamont Robinson. Now, I'm just going to say, because I saw him in the corner here, so I just want to make sure I put that out there. But I found myself in Africa asking young people and entrepreneurs, how do you get money in America? How do you get money for your project in America without going to through some grant program where somebody's stealing money or somebody's taking something from somebody else, or somebody doesn't like somebody else, or somebody is trying to get the money for their community and their roads. So I think that the issue is that black people, that we're going to keep coming here and complaining. We're going to, but now it's just about if you're going to listen. Are you really going to listen to us? Because there's a lot of young people who want money, a lot of young people who want opportunity, and they'll find it in other places. You can see them flying other places to different places. And I'm imploring all young black people here today, Africa is your friend. Don't be afraid of Africa. Don't be afraid. If they don't give it to you here, get your business high up so that you can go out there and ask other people for money, because obviously they don't have any money.
Yes, they do, but they need
and for certain people, they do. For certain people, they do. For certain people, they have money, but for others, they do not. If you're black, if you have African descent, there's money for you, there's opportunities for you in other places. Sell here, live there. Sell here, live there. They don't, obviously, there's an issue. Sell here, live there. I'm saying it with all my heart, because there's it doesn't make any sense how excellence can come right in your face and you say, you know what, we don't have money for that.
Oh.
It's sad.
Here. All right, I have a heart, okay? I do have a heart, but what I do not appreciate is your issue with us and our need for self-preservation, okay? This country has not made it, made clean with us as African Americans here. We should not give them a pass on what happens with us here, okay? You appointed a deputy mayor of immigration because we have a refugee immigrant crisis. You've been having a crisis in the city. Where's our deputy mayor? A bunch of bullets sitting here, okay? A bunch of bullets sitting here. And Vasquez, you are an alderman. When have you stood with your people out there protesting? I saw you 2 Saturdays ago at Gage Park at 4:30 p.m. Why you find the strength to protest with them? Even after you give these people work permits, okay, you need to be honest with them. It is highly expensive to live here in Chicago. There will be an additional burden on the welfare system. We don't need that. How many schools did you all close? You got over 5,000 of their children in the schools. You didn't build any new schools. But you want us to focus on giving these teachers extra money. This is you guys' future. Okay? I don't see how, and I hate to play the race card, but the government has given us no other choice but to play the race card. And stop asking these people for anything. You're supposed to be demanding. Okay? But you know what? Once they're done using you to lead us to slaughter, they're going to put you in the grinder next. That's how it always happens. And don't play on our emotions with Harold Washington, okay? Because he did do a great thing. But what you did in March 23, that was a slap in the face to all Americans, not just black Americans, okay? The reason why I bring us up is because we are in a national crisis, okay? But when anything is of scarcity, they take from us first. That's why we are in here so loud, screaming in your ear every week about our issues. Most of our time has already come, but we have to fight for our kids. Because they're the ones you're going to have to worry about in a minute.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Mayor.
Good morning.
My name is Ruben Castro. I am from the Gage Park neighborhood. A little bit about me. I am born and raised in Chicago. I am a CPS alumni from kindergarten all the way to senior in high school. I graduated at one of the highest dropout rates. At the time, it was 50% dropout rate. And I graduated with an accounting degree from Roosevelt University. And I also worked for large organizations, Fortune 500 companies, and I would say I'm an example of the city of Chicago. With that being said, I'm here to represent my community, Gage Park. Gage Park is going through a crisis right now. Ever since the before I even say that too, I want to first by saying that Gage Park is not anti-immigrant. We have documented and undocumented people living in our neighborhoods. Ever since the migrants started to move in our field house, we started to see an increase in in violence. As a matter of fact, there was a gang violence because someone got killed on 55th and Western in front of the field house, and so a lot of people speculated that it was gang related. People do not feel safe even going to the park anymore. We have seen an increase in alcohol use, drug use, cars being broken into, and only that, but people are also breaking into garage doors. Someone seeking asylum doesn't do that. When my family came here, my family benefited from the Reagan administration during that time frame. That type of immigrant, people came here to work, they came here to build, and they came here to respect. The people that are moving in here now are not respecting us. They're not respecting our neighborhood. They're littering everywhere. People don't feel safe. And I'm also very disappointed in Andre Vasquez and Carla Ramirez Rosa. For some weird reason, you all are getting media time, yet we literally had a press conference on Sunday talking about this, yet for some weird reason, the media chose to pick Andre Vasquez's side and not our side, and that's why we're here. Just to let you know, as you all know, that the Democratic National Convention is going to be happening in November.
Excuse me, just for a second, sir.
Just to let
hold on. Stop his time. Continue.
Just to let you know that the Democratic National Convention is going to be here in November, and there's a growing number of people in the Hispanic community that will not be voting the same way as they did before. If we do not, in August, if we do not get issues resolved, people will not be voting how they used to before.